your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, as we take a look at our Roofing Dog Internet Camera Network here from Champaign to Effingham, you can see even Gibson City and Charleston, maybe a few peaks of sunshine still showing up. But generally speaking, that's a lot of cloud cover that we've got going on across the area here tonight. Expecting the clouds around. Maybe an isolated shower, especially up to the north. But for the most part, we're going to keep things dry here through tonight and into the day tomorrow. And mild as well. We're still in the upper 60s. An even warmer day is expected tomorrow. There's a quiet Neal Street here at 6 o'clock at night. Cloudy skies this evening and warm. Thunderstorms are going to return, though, at some point over the next few days. We'll talk more specifically when and the severe weather threat coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
It's a first in Champaign County, what we know about the person who died here from COVID-19.
More COVID-19 cases here in Christian County, how they're once again related to a senior facility.
When I got up there, he was like, I can't authorize any liquor sales to people wearing a mask.
The CDC says we should be wearing them. Who refused a Central Illinois woman because she was wearing a face mask?
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
Would like to extend our sincere condolences to the family and friends of this individual.
It's a message of sympathy from health officials. A man in Champaign County has died after being infected with the coronavirus. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. This is the first COVID-19 related death in Champaign County. So far, 63 people have tested positive in that area. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen is live in Champaign. And Jennifer, so what other information can you tell us?
Jennifer, the health district says this was a man in his 80s with underlying health issues in addition to that virus. But there are still several questions that remain unanswered today. I asked the health district things like if the man had traveled or contracted the virus from local contact. I also asked when he was diagnosed and how long he had that virus. And in addition, what city he was from. But other than his gender and age, no other information is being released about this case. Health experts continue to plead with people to do their part in preventing the spread of this deadly virus.
Our public health recommendations remain unchanged in light of the sobering news. We encourage everyone to stay home as much as possible, and if you do not have to go out, please do not.
As a reminder, proper social distancing is staying at least 6 feet away from others. All of these precautions are the key to slowing down the spread of coronavirus. The most recent information on coronavirus cases in Champaign County shows 63 total confirmed cases, 8 people who were hospitalized, and 22 who have recovered. Live in Champaign, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jennifer, thank you. There were 34 new deaths from COVID-19 here in Illinois. That makes 307 in the state. As for cases, Coles County announced its first case. McLean County has 46. Sangamon County has 33. There are more than 1,000 new cases in the state, and that brings the total to more than 12,000. That is in 73 counties in Illinois. Health leaders in Taylorville are asking the community to heed the governor's warning to stay inside. It comes after positive cases at a second senior facility in the city were announced this morning. WCIA 3's Gabrielle Franklin is live from Taylorville now. So what are managers there doing to slow down the spread?
Well, Jennifer, everyone at the Park Glen apartment complex here in Taylorville are quarantined for the next 14 days. But the area public health department wants everyone to pay attention to how the illness is traveling here so that others don't get sick too.
We have to stop the spread of this as quickly as we possibly can. And the only way that we can do that is by keeping the people quarantined and for their own good and for the good of the community.
Neighbors in the Parkland senior apartments in Taylorville are in isolation, provided with masks, and allowed to only go out for doctor's appointments and emergency care. This comes a week after Rolling Meadows senior apartments in the city was placed under quarantine.
Protocol basically stays the same. If we have another outbreak in a long-term facility, it will be the same. They will be quarantined inside of the facility for 14 days, we'll do our investigation as to where it may have came from and how it is spread.
As they try to figure out why so many cases are popping up in the city, leaders say people need to stay in their buildings to keep the cases under control.
Pacific Management Incorporated is being very receptive to us, what we need. They are going to be ensuring that the general areas are being cleaned daily, and that if the residents stay in their apartment, they are probably going to be all right.
Now, 14 people from that first facility tested positive for COVID-19. 3 later passed away. Public health leaders here say that the 3 people that tested positive at this latest facility have not been hospitalized yet, but they are symptomatic right now. Jennifer?
All right, Gabrielle, thank you. We have some new details. The doctor who had his drive-through testing clinic stopped last week is now suing the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District. Tom Plura runs Campus Town Urgent Care in Champaign. He was going to oversee drive-through testing at the First Christian Church, but the church shut it down before it could start under advice from health officials. Now he is filing a lawsuit under the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. We've reached out to health officials and are waiting to hear back. There is more on the injunction on our website, WCIA.com. A Central Illinois woman says a gas station refused to sell her a bottle of wine because she was wearing a face mask. WCIA3's Courtney Bunting talked to her about what happened.
The CDC has recommended people wear masks in public as the coronavirus pandemic continues. But Brianna Coffey says she was refused service because she was wearing one at the Village Pantry in Paxton. Police were called there when an employee pressed a panic alarm.
And I had my mask on. And when I got up there, he was like, I can't authorize any liquor sales to people wearing a mask. So I pulled it down and said, here, you can see. And then I put it back on, and he says, no, it has to stay off. I said, so you're not going to serve me because I have my mask on. I said, and we're being told to wear them for our safety. So then he says, this is an essential business, and this is a non-essential item, and puts it to the back.
Public health officials say you can expect to see more people wearing masks because of the CDC's recommendation. And it doesn't mean they're sick.
The face coverings are going to help prevent the spread of COVID-19 by preventing droplets from leaving our bodies. And as a reminder, not to be touching our face, not to be touching our mouths or our noses when we're out in public.
In Paxton, Courtney Bunting, WCIA3, your local news leader.
That customer says police told her the employee had the right to refuse service. And get this, she has been banned from the business. We reached out to Village Pantry and were directed to a corporate line. We left a voicemail, but haven't heard back. We'll let you know when we do. In other news, Champaign, Decatur, and Danville police are all investigating separate shootings. The one in Champaign happened near Bellefontaine and Market Streets around 12:30 this afternoon. Police say a 32-year-old man was outside a home when a person rode up on a bike to the alley behind the home and started shooting. The man was shot in the leg. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive. Police don't have a suspect. Danville police are investigating after an 18-year-old was shot in the chest. It happened just before 8 last night near the intersection of Franklin and Woodbury. Officers found evidence the shooting happened in the alley behind a house. They don't have any information about a suspect right now. And an update from Macon County, a man wanted in connection to a deadly shooting is now in custody. Bryant Bunch was wanted for killing Devin Slater. The 36-year-old was gunned down yesterday in Decatur. Neighbors say they'll never forget what they heard. WCIA3's Jamie Mace has more.
We heard shots. At first, we didn't know what it was.
Neighbors say the shots continued, and that's when panic set in.
We grabbed all of our kids up and ran inside as fast as we could and got them safely into one room.
I heard the police cruisers come down the street very fast.
Everybody was trying to help in any way that they knew how.
36-year-old Devin Slater had been shot near the corner of Dennis and Wood Streets. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police officers found a suspect's vehicle and later issued an arrest warrant for Bryant's bunch. He turned himself in the next day and is expected to be charged with murder. Neighbors say what happened on Sunday afternoon makes them concerned for their children's safety.
It makes me feel less safe where I'm at now. It makes me feel worried about letting them come outside and play.
Police are still trying to figure out what happened before the shooting, but they say they don't believe this is a random act, nor is it thought to be gang-related.
It cost someone their life, and that is unacceptable.
Neighbors are hoping the victim's family will find some peace.
It's just really sad, and I feel bad for all the families that were impacted.
It's scary for us, but I can't imagine how devastating it is for them.
That was Jamie Mays reporting for us. Now, there was another shooting this morning in Decatur. It happened near North Illinois and East Main Streets. A man was shot in the elbow. Police don't believe those shootings are connected. The U of I is set to help in the battle against COVID-19. What space they're offering in case hospitals get too crowded. And also tonight, a tiger at the Bronx Zoo has tested positive for the virus. How some local vets helped in the diagnosis.
Roofing Doug Inet Flooring America camera over Springfield here tonight. Recap today, 66 was the high, running back above average. But colder air is on the way, so is the rain. We'll show it to you next.